What's good, everybody? It's your boy Ramon. I'm here with the Lumia 920. So it's been months since this device was released, and you know, in case you're wondering, I spoke very highly of this device. I loved it, and I thought this was the coming of Christ. This thing here, it was awesome. Camera was awesome. Windows 8, couldn't get enough of it. The hardware was spec, dual core, 1.5 gigahertz processor. It delivered on all fronts, man. This phone was really a beautiful thing. And the reason I'm reviewing it again is because when something's first released, we get that, you know, that, oh man, it's new, it's shiny, it's awesome, it's good, it's fast, so on and so forth. But then, you know, then you sort of settle in and you start noticing things about the device that you didn't notice when you first got it, or you weren't accustomed to it, you weren't used to it. So I would talk about a few of these things here. Months later, I still love this phone. You know, I've got my Nexus phone right there in the background. Shout out to that. I love my Nexus phone, but this device is still my breadwinner. I can't get enough of this Lumia to save my life. You know, when I pick it up, the design is still so attractive to me. I just can't get enough of the design. You know, the way you get the curved glass, it drops off, and you know, the UI from the home screen, all the black, it's really tough to tell when, you know, the UI stops and the screen bezel begins. It gives it a very flush look to it. And I mean, look how well this works together. Black and red on the UI, and then the buttons here are black, and then the camera accent here is black. It's just a gorgeous looking device, right back down to the screws here are black. It's such a well designed device. I still do have a few annoyances with it as time went by and I was able to point out. One that still irks me up to this day is I use Bluetooth headsets. I very rarely hold the phone to my ear, and there's this bug where, you know, when someone calls you and you get off the phone with them, it starts to play a song. It resumes music as if you were playing music. Now, this function works fine if you were playing music already and someone calls and the music pauses and you take your call, you talk, you're done, it continues to play the song. That's not the case. I'll be playing no songs, none at all, you know, hang up the phone call and the thing just starts playing music in my ear. Highly annoying. And the Lumia has received a ton of patches, and that has not been one of them. The second thing that annoys me is when making a phone call, the last update that was pushed really screwed with the sensor. So when the way this thing works is, and any smartphone these days, is that's what that right there is for, your sensor. Wait, is that my sensor? No, I think it's, let me see if I can angle the light right. It's somewhere around here. I think it's over here. When you put the phone to your ear, it senses it and it kills the screen. So you can't, you know, you're not air dialing or pressing buttons you're not supposed to be pressing. The problem with the Lumia after the last update, it's so damn sensitive. My finger literally right here, and the phone's turning off. So if I'm going to put in a, you know, I'm pulling down something, I'm pulling up something, it doesn't respond because the screen goes off, and then you try to turn it on and it turns off again. It's such an annoying thing to have to deal with, and I really wish they would patch that. That is almost something that annoys me on a daily basis with this phone after that last update, and I wish it would go away. Let's put it that way. Now, what I can tell you is I feel like almost on a bi-weekly basis, Nokia is patching this device. So they broke up, like here we have extras and info, right? It isn't much about it. Then we've got audio, and we've got our EQ in here. Shout out to the EQ, I love it. And we got Network Plus, display touch. These little components get updated from Nokia on a one-off basis. Like for instance, this sun reliability, this toggle right here was not there before the last update. And it's so dope. Like, it just reinforces my decision to go with Nokia, over HTC, because I knew they wouldn't abandon the device. And there was just a map update, and the Nokia maps has always been great. I'm still in love with the navigation. I went up to the Poconos in Pennsylvania last weekend, and I used the Google Navigator alongside the Nokia Drive, and for the most part they were pretty accurate. They both were on par. There was one part of the road that threw them both off, so I don't know what that was, if they recently changed the road or what. But for the most part, man, I've been loving Nokia's offering. And if you go to the marketplace, you're gonna see in the Nokia collection, there's a ton of really great, like Draw Something. Well, Draw Something is free, but I think it came out for Lumia devices first. I could be wrong, but I thought it came out for Lumia devices first, and they had a nice head start on the rest of the Windows Phone community. But they have such a great offering of apps that they continue to give the Lumia that makes it a good choice when looking for a Windows Phone. And I mean, when you figure the Ringtone Maker is a great app, when you figure this phone could have been had for $99 for Valentine's Day, on top of get one free. So it was a buy one get one free special. This phone continues to be a really strong competitor in the market. Another thing that really kept me in love with this device is, Nokia patched it. They patched the camera, and the camera was good, but at nighttime, it's decent at nighttime. It's really good at nighttime, but in the daytime, the pictures are okay. You know how that goes. Any camera takes some really great pictures in the daytime, but the Nokia was sort of struggling to do that. These are some nighttime shots right here from Times Square. After that update, man, it really did the job after that update, and it was impressive that they just put out a simple patch that completely changed the way this thing took pictures in the daytime. The daytime pictures still aren't as crisp as something like the iPhone 5, but it's close. But the nighttime performance completely blows it out the water, which makes it an all-around better camera than the iPhone 5. But would I still recommend this phone months after? Yes. And Nokia continues to support it, and every day there's some new apps that come out and some interesting apps. And I'm not much of an app guy, but I know a lot of people who are, and they like to see a lot of these fun apps. There's stuff out there. It's just not as much as you would see on your iPhone or your Android device. As long as you keep that in mind, it's not like there are no apps. There's apps for sure. You just gotta hold on, bear with it. The apps are coming. The apps are getting a lot better, and I really like what I see in my Lumia still. Temple Run fake. Okay. So listen, hit me in the comments. Let me know, all you Lumia heads out there, you Windows Phone guys. You still liking your Lumia? And even if you didn't get a Lumia, if you managed to get if you get like, you got the HTC what do we call it, the 8X, if you've got that, or you went out and you got the you got the Samsung A, which is a bit of a hard phone to find. But if you got your hands on that, let me know. Do you still feel like your phone was a great investment? Are you still rocking with your phone a few months or weeks after you bought it? Hit me up, guys. I'm out of here. Peace.